That brown ring sitting just below your toilet's waterline is not dirt. And if you have been scrubbing it with a $40 bottle of cleaner every week and watching it come right back a few days later, I want you to know something right now. You are not doing anything wrong, and you are not bad at cleaning. That ring is mineral buildup, not grime. And most of what is sold on the cleaning aisle is designed to bleach it lighter for a little while, not actually dissolve it. The real fix costs pennies, takes things you probably already have in your kitchen. And it is the same basic method a lot of people have quietly relied on long before anyone put a fancy label on a bottle and charged $40 for it. I learned this while visiting a Plain family's home in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. Their bathroom was simple. No shelf of sprays, no rack of colorful bottles, nothing plastic and loud. Just an older toilet, easily 50 years old, and a grandmother who kept it looking better than mine at home using 3 plain glass jars and nothing else. My own bathroom cabinet back home was stuffed with miracle sprays that promised to erase rings for good, and none of them actually kept that stain from creeping back within a week. Watching her work made me realize I had been attacking the wrong problem the entire time. So I want to walk you through exactly what I learned, in the order that will actually make sense as you try it yourself tonight. First, let's talk about what that ring actually is, because understanding it changes everything about how you clean it. Almost every home gets its water from a source that carries dissolved minerals, mainly calcium and magnesium, and often small amounts of iron or manganese too. Every time your toilet fills and sits, a thin film of water clings right at that water line. As the water slowly evaporates between flushes, it leaves those minerals behind, layer after layer, day after day. Over time, those layers build into a stain that can look brown, orange, or even blackish, depending on how much iron or manganese in your water supply. It is essentially the same process that leaves crusty white buildup around a faucet or shower head. Except in the toilet bowl, those minerals often pick up a rust color instead of staying white, especially if your water carries any iron at all. If you live somewhere with well water, or in a region known for hard water, you have probably noticed this same pattern showing up in more places than just the toilet. Spots on your drinking glasses that will not rinse away, a chalky film building up on your shower door, or a faucet head that slowly clogs and sprays sideways are all part of the same story. Hard water is common across large parts of the United States, and plenty of areas in Australia deal with it too, especially where water comes from bore or ground sources rather than a heavily treated municipal supply. None of that means anything is wrong with your home or your plumbing. It simply means the water carries more dissolved minerals than average. And your toilet happens to be one of the places where that shows up the fastest, since it holds standing water day and night without ever really drying out on its own. This is exactly why most bowl cleaners struggle to get rid of it for good. Most of them rely on chlorine bleach as the main ingredient. And bleach is very good at breaking down color pigments and killing bacteria. It can lighten a stain and make it look like it is gone. But bleach does not dissolve mineral scale. It is bleaching the color, not removing the substance underneath. So you spray, you scrub, the ring fades, and you feel like you have won. Then a week later, sometimes even a few days later, the ring is back because the mineral layer was never actually removed. It was just hiding under a lighter shade for a little while, and now new minerals are simply stacking on top of what never left in the first place. What actually breaks down mineral deposits is not bleach at all. It is a mild acid, and the one that works best on toilet ring stains is oxalic acid. This is a naturally occurring acid, the same one found in small amounts in plants like rhubarb and spinach. And people have used it for generations as a wood bleach and a rust or mineral stain remover, long before it ever showed up in a fancy cleaning product with a brand name attached. The reason it works so well on toilet rings comes down to simple chemistry. Oxalic acid binds directly to iron and mineral deposits in a process called chelation, which basically means it grabs onto those mineral particles and pulls them loose from the surface they are stuck to, instead of just changing their color. That is the real difference between what happened in that Lancaster County bathroom and what happens with most bottles from the store. One dissolves the actual problem, the other just paints over it for a few days. You can find oxalic acid at almost any hardware store, and you do not need search for anything exotic. It is often sold under the name wood bleach, since it is commonly used to brighten wood decks and furniture, or as a rust stain remover for concrete and porcelain. Before we get into how to use it, I do want to give you one important safety note, because it genuinely matters. Never mix oxalic acid with chlorine bleach or any ammonia-based cleaner. Combining an acid with bleach can create dangerous fumes, so always rinse the bowl thoroughly first if you have used a bleach-based cleaner recently, and make sure the bathroom has decent airflow while you work. It is also a good idea to wear rubber gloves and to avoid letting the powder or paste sit directly on bare skin for long. These are simple precautions, not reasons to feel nervous, and once you have done this a time or two, it becomes second nature. One more small tip before you begin. Porcelain toilets handle oxalic acid perfectly well, but if your toilet has any decorative gold trim, painted detailing, or a colored glaze, it is worth testing the paste on a small hidden spot first, just to be safe, since acids can sometimes dull certain decorative finishes, even though they will not harm plain white porcelain at all. Now let's walk through the actual method, starting with the overnight paste, which is the strongest version and the one to use if your ring has been building for months or even years. The first step is one that most people skip, and it makes a bigger difference than almost anything else in this whole process. You need to lower the water level in the bowl before you clean, so the stain is fully exposed to air instead of sitting underwater the entire time. To do this, simply turn off the water supply valve behind your toilet. Then flush once to drain most of the water out of the bowl without it refilling. If there is still a little water sitting right at the base, soak it up with an old rag or a few paper towels so the ring area is as dry as possible. This one step alone is why so many people struggle with regular cleaners. If your cleaning product gets diluted the moment it touches water still sitting in the bowl, it never gets a real chance to work directly on the stain. With the bowl mostly dry and the ring exposed, mix a small amount of oxalic acid powder with just enough water to form a thick paste, about the consistency of wet sand or a thick milkshake. You do not need much. Usually a spoonful or two of powder is plenty for one toilet. Using an old spoon, a popsicle stick, or a gloved hand, spread that paste directly along the ring, packing it on generously so it clings to the stain rather than sliding down into the water. If your ring is especially thick or has been there for years, you can press a strip of damp paper towel over the paste to help hold it in place and keep it from drying out too quickly. Then simply leave it alone. Let it sit overnight, somewhere around 8 to 10 hours works well, giving the acid plenty of time to work its way into the mineral layer and loosen it from the porcelain. In the morning, turn your water supply back on, and before you flush, take a toilet brush and scrub along the ring first. You will likely notice the stain lifts away far more easily than it ever has with a spray cleaner, often coming off in 1 or 2 passes instead of the usual scrubbing and reapplying you are used to. Once it looks clean, flush as normal and let fresh water refill the bowl. If any faint trace remains, especially on a ring that has been building for a very long time, you can repeat the paste application one more night, though most people find one treatment is enough to remove even old, stubborn stains completely. If your ring is lighter, or you just want a quicker maintenance clean between the deeper treatments, there is a faster 5-minute version using baking soda, something you almost certainly already have in your kitchen. Again, start by lowering the water level the same way as before, since exposing the stain to air is what makes any method actually work. Sprinkle a generous layer of baking soda directly along the ring, then follow it with a small amount of white vinegar poured slowly over the top. It will fizz as the two react, and that fizzing action helps lift looser, lighter mineral deposits away from the surface. Let it sit for about 5 minutes, then scrub with your toilet brush and flush. This version will not tackle a heavy years-old ring the way the oxalic acid paste will, but it works wonderfully as a weekly touch-up to keep new buildup from turning into another stubborn stain later on. Once you have gotten the ring off, the last piece of this is prevention, because the goal is not just to clean it once, but to keep it from building right back up the way it always has before. The simplest thing you can do is keep the waterline area dry more often. After you shower or bathe, take 30 seconds to run a small fan toward the bathroom. Crack a window if the weather allows, since extra humidity in the air actually speeds up how quickly minerals settle out of standing water. A quick vinegar rinse around the bowl once a week, just wiping the waterline with a vinegar-dampened cloth, can also slow down new mineral buildup significantly, especially if you know your home has hard water. If you are not sure whether your water is hard, a ring that keeps returning quickly, along with white spots on your glassware, or a filmy residue on your shower glass, both strong signs that mineral content is high, and it might be worth looking into a water softener down the road if this keeps showing up throughout your home and not just in the bathroom. It also helps to think of this less like a one-time deep clean and more like a small habit you fold into your regular routine, the same way you might wipe down kitchen counters or dust a shelf. A 30-second wipe along the waterline once a week takes almost no effort compared to scrubbing at a fully formed ring every few months, and it means you will likely never need the overnight paste again once the original buildup is gone. Many people find that keeping a small jar of baking soda under the sink, right next to the toilet brush, is enough of a visual reminder to actually do it. Small, consistent habits like this tend to work far better over time than any single powerful cleaning session, no matter how effective that session turns out to be. What struck me most, standing in that Lancaster County bathroom, was not really about the toilet at all. It was about how much simpler cleaning becomes once you actually understand what you are dealing with, instead of just reaching for whatever bottle promises the biggest results on the label. That grandmother was not doing anything complicated. She understood minerals, she understood a simple acid, and she used the two together with patience instead of chasing a quick fix that never actually solved the problem underneath. If you have been feeling like you are failing at something as simple as keeping your toilet clean, I hope this helps you see that the ring was never really about effort. It was about using the right approach in the first place. Give this a try tonight. Let the paste sit overnight if your stain is a stubborn one, and I think you will be surprised at how easily years of buildup can finally let go. There is one more thing worth mentioning before you head to the bathroom to try this. A lot of people assume a stubborn ring means their toilet is old or worn out or somehow beyond saving, and that simply is not true. Porcelain does not wear away from mineral buildup, no matter how many years that ring has been sitting there. Once the mineral layer is gone, the surface underneath is exactly as smooth and clean as the day the toilet was installed, whether that was 5 years ago or 50. That 50-year-old toilet in Lancaster County looked practically brand new once that grandmother finished with it, and there was no scrubbing marks, no scratches, nothing but clean porcelain. The ring was never a sign that the toilet needed replacing. It was only ever a sign that the wrong tool had been used to clean it, over and over again for years. If you try either version tonight, start with whichever one matches how bad your ring actually is. A lighter ring that mostly just looks like a shadow will likely respond well to the 5-minute baking soda method, and you can repeat that weekly without any trouble. A darker, thicker ring, especially one that has resisted spray cleaners for a long time, deserves the overnight paste, since that is the version built to actually dissolve years of mineral buildup rather than just fade it. Either way, the key step that makes the biggest difference is the one most people never think to do, which is lowering the water first, so whatever you use can actually sit directly on the stain instead of getting watered down before it even has a chance to work. Give this a try tonight, and I think you'll be surprised at how easily those years of buildup finally let go. A little know-how really does go a long way. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.